what exactly is fasting? Now, there are a lot of terms being thrown around interchangeably, most notably fasting, intermittent fasting, and time-restricted feeding. So IF, intermittent fasting, and TRF, time-restricted feeding, are when you limit the time window that you're eating in. So you're fasting for a specific number of hours each day, and then you're eating during a specific number of hours each day. This could include a 12 to 14 hour overnight fast, which honestly is the baseline minimum we should all be doing, okay? And we'll talk more about that. Then you can take it further to a 6 to 8 hour feeding window, which has some definite benefits. You could shift into OMAD, that's 1 meal a day, and then you could start to go into more of a real fast, like eating every other day or doing an extended water fast of 48 hours or more. These distinctions are important, and which ones you choose are going to be based on your goals and your current health status, because some of the benefits of fasting require extended time periods to kick in. So we've got to really know what you're trying to achieve. So let's talk benefits, because even doing moderate time-restricted feeding, like eating within a 10 to 12 hour window, can start to improve blood sugar and insulin sensitivity. And by the way, I'm going to be so bold as to say that this is what we should be doing at a bare minimum. Always, no matter what. And here's why. I'm gonna we'll do a little drawing with this. Every time you eat, we had a meal, I'll make a hamburger, gluten-free, grass-fed. You eat, and your blood sugar, when you eat, is going to go up. How much it goes up is really going to depend on what you ate, right? And how insulin sensitive you are. But no matter what, if you're eating carbs and protein, especially carbs, your blood sugar is going up. And then your pancreas is going to release insulin to bring the blood sugar down. So here's what happens. Insulin comes up and it brings blood sugar down. But insulin doesn't move very quickly. So your pancreas releases insulin to bring blood sugar down. Insulin's not moving very quickly. Blood sugar moves quickly. When you eat again, let's say you had a little snack. Maybe you had a skinny latte and a low-fat muffin. Guess what happens when you do that? Your blood sugar goes back up, but insulin never had time to really respond. So you see how insulin's staying up while blood sugar keeps getting driven back down again? Doing that over and over again without giving insulin time to come down to fasting levels too can lead to insulin resistance and a host of other health problems like type 2 diabetes, dementia, and heart disease. Nothing fun. So the first thing that we want to focus on is kicking out the snacks and eating within a 10 to 12 hour window, because that 10 to 12 hour window also helps with growth hormone production, which is super important in anti-aging. Fasting enhances growth hormone secretion, and growth hormone is critical for regulating metabolism. It's also critical for muscle protein synthesis, which is how your body repairs muscle and makes muscle, right? And this is so key critical for maintaining muscle as we age. It also helps with fat burning and avoiding too much visceral adipose tissue. And visceral adipose tissue is the type of fat that sits around your organs, and it's the inflammatory fat. Growth hormone also helps with joint regeneration, healthy bones, balanced cholesterol levels, and brain function. So this alone, this one thing, is a huge reason to make sure that at a bare minimum, you're doing the 12 hours or less time frame. I'm going to cite something from Dr. Sachin Panda, who wrote the circadian code. So this is crazy. I couldn't believe it when I read it. He says that only 10% of the population is actually eating within this 12-hour window. That the average American is eating for 15 hours a day. 15 hours a day. That means you wake up and you basically eat till you pass out. I mean, that is crazy. At the very least, after watching this, please make the commitment, pinky promise me, to shut the kitchen down after dinner and stop eating at least 3 hours before bedtime.